What is up, ninjas? My name is Sam World, and in today's video, it's time to put the new pack to the test. Now, usually when I create a pack, guys, I do this a couple of times just to make sure that the sounds I have in the pack, in the Serum's sound bank, as well as the samples, work well together and sound good together, so that when people use them, they make more bangers, which means that they're more likely to come back and support my work, which a lot of you guys do, and I'm always grateful for that. You know, I always make a joke to my kids, these guys feed you, not me. Anyway, so let's get straight into it, guys. So what I'm gonna do is, of course, we're gonna start with the kick. And one thing I've been doing a lot is I like to open up a drum rack at the start of a song, and I just put all the damn kicks from a sample pack. You know, whenever I work on music, I've been trying to just stick with one sample pack and force myself to use that. That way I don't overthink it and start looking all over the damn place for it. However, again, go with the flow. And usually what I recommend to my students is to have a drum rack like this. Call it, I don't know, like badass kicks that I'd like to compress. Got to keep it PG. That's the dealio there. So after I have that, of course, I'm going to kind of go through the kicks and find one. Now, the reason I put all my kicks like that is just due to the fact, guys, and this is something as a sound designer that I've noticed a lot, and it helps with production, is that even though a kick might sound good, it all depends on the bass you pick. Even if the kick is amazingly good, like, one of those kicks that you stole from a vault somewhere, a lot of times it might not fit your track. It all depends on the kind of sounds you have and all that good stuff. So, I'm making a little kick roll there. So we're just going to go ahead and lay one out. 126 BPM. These kicks sound like crap at slow BPM. Okay, so we're just gonna mess around. I'm looking for one that speaks to me, one that's telling me like, yo, saying, pick me, honey. But I think we're gonna go with the first one in the pack just for today. Now, usually from there, anchor that kick at -6, and from there we're gonna get to work on our claps. With the claps, I'm a little bit more lenient. We're gonna, of course, drum rack them as well, but I'm just gonna pick maybe a couple of layers to it, like a wide one, a center one, maybe something that can become a little interesting. Ooh, that one sounds nice. Very, very snappy, so I like that. And then I want like a very traditional one. Yeah, that one sounds pretty good. From there, we're gonna lay down the beat. We're gonna smack some ass, and yeah, there we go. And what we're gonna do is just kind of give it a little bit of swing. So we're gonna go narrowest, super tight, and just that one's gonna stay there. This clap is down the center, so this one's going to take a little bit more control. This is our wide one. I really like to snap on it. So there's like a layer here. It's like a snare layered with it, so that's why the key to getting those. Okay. And then this one, it's the ugly duckling of the bunch. It's more of a bit crushed clap. Gonna maybe use it for a little bit of top end. There we go. Let's juice it up a bit. Okay, just call that our clap. And then we're just gonna copy and paste. Okay. From there, let's go with a bit of an open hat. Open hats usually are very straightforward in tech house. They're all based around the 909 drum machine, which utilizes essentially what the 909 guys did is they resampled the cymbal hit like a pass, and then they just shaped it to sound the way that you guys know it for what it is. We're gonna go with the second one. There's really, when it comes to open hats, I really don't like to overthink it, so just gonna go with that. We are going to get these guys into a bus. And usually I like to have the drums, besides the kick, in a bus as well. just in case I want to put any sort of reverb on it. I'm gonna use some loops. There we go. And we're just gonna add that there. So just, you know, getting down the basics first. That's the goal. Okay, from there, now that we have that, I am gonna put just a little bit of compression on the overall drums. One of my favorite compressors for this is the Vertigo VSC2. You can use any compressor. The Ableton one's good too. It's just, it looks nice and shiny, and you know, you see something shiny, you want to use it. So we're just gonna clamp down a bit, 2-to-1 or 4-to-1, and then we're just gonna mess with the attack, release values, and pull. I am gonna sidechain, so I'm gonna add an SC filter in there in order for the low end not to dictate the compression that much. I'm gonna add a little bit of reverb on the drums. For this, usually the first thing I go for is the convolution. So if you bought Ableton and you balling and you got the Max for Life, the suite, then you can use this for reverb. Makes it a little easier just because convolution samples essentially a sample like a reverb and it kind of replicates it. Don't quote me on that, but I like the way it sounds. It helps in gluing it together as well. That's one thing that reverb has. Okay, with that out of the way, it's time to work on our bass. So for this, of course, we're gonna bring out the damn pack, Deceiver Volume 3, baby. It's like bringing in a Ferrari into a Honda Civic match, especially with all these tech house packs out there. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I do buy some of them, and let's just say I'm not pleased, but you know, to each their own. It's very subjective. So let's see what we got. Yeah, I'm talking shit, and the first thing you hear is a fart. I'm looking for something more like basic. Oh, that sounds fucking great. All right, not to burst my bubble. It's like I'm jacking myself off in front of you guys. Anyways, yeah, nasty little laugh there. Yeah, let's go. So I'm just gonna play around. I think that's a good idea. You know, when it comes to making bass, tech house basses, I really have no tips for it. Other than the fact, if you want to be generic, just stick with the harmonic notes. So you can never go wrong with those. But the problem is you get a lot of the same old bass lines, so it's just literally all about grinding and dicing and shit to get it. So yeah, we're just gonna go with this. All right, so we're gonna inject this thing with steroids, and that's what we have Decapitator for. They should definitely call it like steroid pitator or something of those sorts, man. This thing is like a steroids for bass lines. And just like steroids, if you take too many, you can kill it. So it gives us 5 different flavors. Okay, now you can hear some form of clicks in the bass, and that's just the upper stuff, so we're just gonna cut out. Okay, and what I'm also gonna do is something I just learned today from Lucas Prestoli. He's like an Italian guy, so you kind of know what he's fucking doing. Anytime I watch a video in the studio, if the guy has a fucking accent and doesn't speak vulgar English, even if he speaks proper. But she's like, you know, today we're going to the beach, my friend. I know they know what the fuck they're doing. It's just, I guess, I don't know. It's just something. You hear that and you're just like, I'm going to learn something today. So utilizing a brick wall. We want linear phase on it, but I'm going to keep it at 0 latency just because, again, I don't want this to... When I hit play, it takes like a few seconds to play. But it does wonders for the bass. And I don't know why that is, but there's just one thing that I've talked about before, and it's a little technique that I tell people. Now, in theory, the lowest note most people are going to hit is going to be D0, okay? Or sorry, D1. You know, that's the lowest they go. You know, anything else, and it's like Anaconda up in there, and you're just going to destroy the poor young lady. So everything below, again, C1, there you go. It's kind of trash in terms of low end. And again, I know there's going to be people out there going, no, Sen, in the festival, you can fucking hear that shit. I've seen that low end shit. Like it's a ghost or something. You know, the reason I say this is because when you look at the fundamental of the bass, let's say you just have a sine wave, C1, D1 is the lowest you're going to hear. Anything below that, you can't hear shit. And I don't know if it's because my speakers, you know, I'm not balling and I can't buy like $10,000 speakers that go down that low, which at that point it's a little, you know, I don't want to twerk that low either. 28, broke my back. But again, I find this always helps. And I've always had people tell me, no, don't do it. But again, an Italian guy told me, so it must work. So I know that I'm going, the lowest note I'm hitting is E, so E1. So I'm going to maybe put this below at 32 around. Magic, man. Yes, sir. I ain't going to Italy with my wife because, you know, if this guy can do wonders like this, and, you know, I usually wouldn't do that because, again, people tell me and stuff, and, like, especially in the comments. But we have a lot of professionals. Okay, moving on from that, we're going to go with the vocals, baby. And one other thing I've been doing, guys, that I haven't talked about in this channel is this amazing effect you can only find in Ableton. So UFL guys, get the fuck out. Yeah, we're going to add that in there. And I'm going to go for some of my corny vocals. Now, you know, the downfall of the packs, guys, is that I make all the vocals in there. And I do hire some people here and there, or they'll send me fun ones. But a lot of the vocals, they're not made by professional vocalists. They're made by me. And I do use Melodyne on my voice, and I'm not the greatest when it comes to vocals, so, you know, work with what you got. Majority of the pack, I know you guys are using it for the drums, the sound design, and all that, not the vocals. But, you know, sometimes you can find some good stuff in there.
Oh, you done.
Cut the check.
Dance, move your feet.
DJ,
Tap on me.
double tap.
Double tap that.
On the show, y'all.
Give me more bounce.
Whoa,
I don't know what.
I'm under your control. In my imagination, just a little more for
Late night conversations. Late night conversations.
that one speaks to me.
Late night.
Now I like to use the slice mode. I'm gonna warp this to Complex Pro, and from there we can mess around with it. Just have fun, you know, go down low.
Night conversations. Completion. Station. Late night.
I'm gonna move this back.
Late night conversations. Late night conversations.
Okay, I'm a little jittery, like I just drank too much coffee or something.
Late night.
Here we go.
Late night conversations. Late night conversations. Late night conversations.
I'm gonna apply a filter here. Just play around.
Late night conversations. 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 Late night complications. Late night conversations.
Now we're gonna kind of wash it a little bit. I kind of want to make it more of a textural thing, so it's kind of going around the we are gonna duck that a bit, so that way when the vocal hits, this echo, you know, controls the delay a bit. Late night I think we can go 2 ways. Now let's start to kind of feel this out a bit more with some really cool stuff. So we're gonna go. Try maybe like an octave up, so 11. Let's get the echo more. And then the response would be over there. Cool, I like that. Let's see. We're gonna put like a ozone on the master just to bump it up more. It's like it always sounds shit when it's not like mastered, so we're just gonna push it a little. Just have fun, you know? That's loud. Here we go. Cool. See if we can fill out more of this out. Maybe like it's like analog bass stuff. We're gonna use all the full tool on it just to see. We might go into the serum sound set if I can't mess with this a bit. Holy shit. Cool, but that's not what I wanted. We're gonna use this cutoff up. Volume doesn't need to move anywhere. And then we're just gonna get like a 16th maybe on it. Just to move it a bit. Turn on the low pass. Okay, that idea is cool. I like the 16 idea, but let's see, effects. I haven't made any effects yet, so we're gonna go into Serum. Gonna try that out. Just like some brass stabs, huh? Okay, so anyways, enough of that. That's a lot of fun. I love the way the sounds sound, but let's see how just the drums and the... This one here, maybe more there. Alright guys, and I'm going to end the video there because I do have a student, but in today's video I just wanted to put the pack to the test while showing you guys some really cool new ideas that I've been sort of working with, and you can try out for yourself, and hopefully that kind of inspires you to create a whole track. But whenever I'm working on tech house ideas like this, the most important thing of all is to have fun. Don't sweat it, throw stuff at it, but I will say this, do pay attention to the sounds you're picking. That's why I like making packs for you guys that revolve around one genre instead of doing like a mega pack with all kinds of different sounds in it. And that's because I know when you utilize the sounds, they're all gonna fit. It just depends on what you want to throw at the song and what ideas you want to present with it. But at the end of the day, guys, I hope you guys had fun. There's a lot more we can definitely do with it. But again, this is just the creation of an idea for you guys, and I'll catch you guys next time for another video. You guys take care. Peace out, and you guys have a good rest of your day or a good night.